Some of you are really struggling and you're at that job you freaking hate. Like, are you dreading every Sunday? Like, I call it the Sunday scaries. That's what we used to call it when I was in corporate. Are you on like a chat circle with everyone at work and talking about how much you hate your job and how you're always searching and interviewing, you're always looking and chasing for that new higher role, and you're just in your job miserable and you feel like you're not appreciated. You're like, what am I doing with my life? I want to run my own business. That was me. Like, you heard my story. I just felt so burned out in the corporate world. And I had the golden handcuffs, really. Like, I had a great salary, great perks and benefits. There was really no reason to leave where I was leaving. And ultimately, I knew that I needed to go into business for myself, but I was terrified. So going from W-2 to 1099, and 1099 means you file as a self-employed person unless you open up your own business. And that's another topic of being a sole proprietor, an LLC, or a corporation. And I am not a CPA, but we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about what triggered me to actually make that move, and what do you need to do if you're questioning whether you should own your own business or go into business for yourself, or do you stay a W-2? First of all, you need to figure out, again, I always say this in every freaking video, what is the outcome? What do you want? Are you trying to build something? Do you want to be done with work at the end of the day and not talk to anybody? Well, a lot of jobs don't even allow that now. Your bosses are emailing you, you're working on projects at home, you're going to conferences, you're flying here and there, you're working on proposals, whatever have you, deals, you're working late. Even our teachers are taking work home at night. So that's an illusion, guys, okay? You getting to leave your job at work and not think about it does not exist anymore. So let's get over that. If you're hanging on to the concept, I need my benefits, my health benefits, I need to be secure in my hourly pay and make sure I'm being paid. Those of you that are W-2s are paying probably some of the highest taxes because the tax code was built for business owners. And I know you've heard that. If you haven't, I'm telling you right now, the tax code is built for business owners. And if you are a business owner, you can benefit from that. That being said, business owners create the market. Business owners employ those W-2s. Business owners are the ones that make the world go round. And so that's why it's built that way. So do you want to be at the top of the chain, or you want to be at the bottom of the chain? And you just have to figure out for you and your family, if you don't have support of your family, like if you're someone that really wants to start their business and run it, but you don't have the support of your partner in life, that's going to make it really hard, because they're going to be like, babe, where's that paycheck every week? Where's that paycheck every week? Why haven't you made that money? What's going on? What's going on? And nothing will make you fail faster than having doubt pumping at you. It's already hard enough battling your own imposter syndrome, which I talked about in a different video. Go look back at it. Or even just battling all the naysayers that are coming around that are not in your family. So one of the biggest things is, I would say, is you need to get everybody in the house on board if you're going to go from being an employed person, W-2, to being your own person, meaning working for yourself. Another way you can do it is not doing it all or none. I chose to burn the ships, meaning I just was like, I'm out of here, I'm jumping. And I knew the kind of personality I am is, if I had to do it, I would do it. But if I had a life jacket, that I would use the excuses not to. If you're one of those people that are very disciplined, that can work after hours, because after 5, 5 to 10 is 5 hours. You can do 5 hours, 5 days a week, and probably move your side business a lot further along, save some money, and feel comfortable to make that leap. That's another way to do it. But you're going to have to put time in. You're going to have to do things you don't want to do. You're going to have to sacrifice hanging out with friends, maybe watching those extra TV shows and having that downtime that you say you may need. But if you really want to do that other business and work for yourself, then that is the sacrifice you have to make, unless you're willing to make the leap without doing that. And there's pros and cons to both. The third way I think would be is to figure out, maybe running a business is not for you. There are a handful of times that people say they want to be an entrepreneur. That's a very buzzword. And I think we've heard people say that. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a business owner. I want to do this. I want that. But they're not willing to do the things that need to do every day, consistently over time, to be the business owner. There's so many unglamorous things about owning a business, the risk, the hours, the sacrifices that are made to be successful in business. And every single business owner has paid a dumb tax. I need to do a whole video on that, meaning that, there are blind spots in what you're doing in business. No one really knows what they're doing, and that's the truth. You're figuring it out as it goes. It's like being a parent. We're all trying to navigate as it goes. Sometimes there's a map in front of you because someone did it before you, or they're saying, hey, here, let me show you the way. That happens in franchises. Or you may be partnering partnered with someone that has experience and they're teaching you the way. So they're kind of letting you leapfrog from their mistakes. That's a wonderful opportunity. So if you have that opportunity to do what you want to do and have someone train you and get you there, I would jump on that to learn from that person. Also, don't do it because you're scared, because one thing I will say is if I could go back and change something, I would have done it sooner. I know everything is as it's supposed to be. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I'm grateful for that. But if I could change something, I would have gone back and made the decision to start my real estate business sooner, because I feel that I did miss time that I could have used to build that war chest, to buy more investment properties, to do the things that maybe I'm not going to be doing a little bit later in life. It doesn't matter. It's going to happen. No one's on a race. And that's something to remember too. You are in your own situation. It's you versus you, not anybody else. So don't look over here at this person and saying, oh, they did this and they created that business and they're so successful and they hit it. Well, you also don't know the years that they went through where they didn't hit it. And most people I'm going to tell you are not going to tell you the whole story, because it's scary to be vulnerable in business, right? You don't want to share the difficulties. You don't want to share, oh my gosh, I didn't know what I was doing, because it may affect your future business. So there is that forward-facing, consumer-facing face you want to have that shows people, I know what I'm doing. You can be confident in me. So there's that fear, I think, as a business owner, that if you share too much of yourself, that you will lose business. That happened to me specifically when I was sick. I didn't want to tell everybody online. My friends and family knew closely, and I still lost some business based on that, because I was the breadwinner, and me not having business because I was going through surgeries was going to directly affect my life. Like, I wasn't going to be able to pay for our life, let alone all the medical stuff that was going on. So that would be a situation where I was like, gosh, it would have been nice to have been employed by someone, right? Because I could have benefited from all the benefits from that, like the health insurance that's offered in a lot of the companies, days off of work. Like, I think you can take medical leave. It's been so long since I've worked for someone, but I just chose to not do that path. But guess what? I'm here, and we survived, and we learned from it, and we grew from it. So I'm here to say that if you really want to run your own business, if you have this burning desire to try something different and you're tired of being under someone's thumb, working for a mid-level manager, or are you a mid-level manager and you know you have a lot more in you to run something, or you have an incredible creative idea, if you're really scared or you just cannot make that burn the ships leap, do it on the side, do it on the weekends. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about that all the time. Do it on the sides. It may take you a little bit longer to get there, but when you do make that leap, do it, and do it proudly, and do it with eyes wide open, because it's the best thing I've ever done. Has going into business myself, it's the most terrifying thing I've ever done. I probably wake up every single day at some point and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? And I can tell you, a lot of people that run their own businesses feel that way too. I'm not alone. I know that. And it's kind of really cool because we all are in this club. It's kind of like when you become a mom, you are in this secret mom club that you only know when you become a mom. It's really weird, things that happen because you are forever a mom. You're always worried about your kid. You're always, even if they're a full adult, no matter what, you kind of think about them, worry about them. They're just part of who you are. They're imprinted on you. And so business is kind of like that too. They're kind of like the proverbial baby. There's the other baby, other child of your life that you've birthed, and you're growing and you're trying to keep alive every day. And some days you're like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And sometimes you have to rebirth it and rechange it around and be like, that didn't work, let's scrap it. And there are things that happen that are really scary sometimes. And I have been brought to my knees in this business, let me tell you that, so many times. But so many crazy, delightful things have happened. I've met amazing people. I've challenged myself. I'm stretching and growing every single day, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So speaking from someone that was in a very well-paid W-2 job with a big title and a lot of, in my opinion, clout of I kind of had a swagger of I'm in that position, I was doing this, I was in oncology, and I felt really important. It was part of my identity. It was really hard for me to let that go and start over. There was a stigma to going into real estate. Oh, you're going to be a realtor. It was tough. And I think you have to understand your new identity is what you have to assign yourself with, and not care what other people are going to say, because there's going to be a lot of hate come your way no matter which way you choose. And I don't have judgment if you want to work for someone and be an employee. employee. That's awesome. I have some great employees and people that work for me, and I'm so grateful for them, and I partner with them, and they're a crucial and critical part of my business. But they also know that they don't want to run a business like that. So that's the key, is that know yourself, but also allow yourself to change and blossom. If this is something that you're curious, I would challenge you to really dig deep and figure out why you want to run a business. Again, what is the outcome, and what are you willing to sacrifice to get it? Because there are sacrifices. I've sacrificed a lot as a mother, as a wife, times, not getting to go on all the vacations and showing up at all the things at school, even though I've tried to carve times out. But there have been other beautiful moments that I never would have had opportunities to have with my family and friends had I stayed in the position I was in. And there is something about having full autonomy that's pretty sweet, I will say. So that being said, I encourage you to dig deeper for yourself. I'm curious, message below in the comments if you are curious and you want to learn more about how I went through that path. I could go deeper on what questions you may have. Please like and comment and share, and I would love for you to subscribe if you like this content. I'm really trying to find content that resonates with you looking to make changes in your life and grow and thrive in life and real estate. Thanks, and have a great day.